Donnie Brasco, a 1997 film that recounts the true story of Joseph Pistone, an FBI undercover agent who infiltrated in a banana crime family in New York City during the 1970s. Under alias Donnie Brasco in the film, Donnie infiltrates the banana crime family by befriending a mafia hitman Lefty Ruggiero, played by Al Pacino, who vouches for him. There's very little available regarding what watch Pacino wore in the film. After looking at various timepieces, it appears that Pacino is wearing the Cartier ceinture, like one depicted below, but one bracelet identification is based on the fact that both the watch in the film and the ceinture have two tiered bezel case, and the watch in the film appears to have the classic Cartier Roman numerals and the minute design. The ceinture was eventually designed in 1927 and relaunched in the 1970s. Pacino's watch appears to be one with the multi-tone gold bracelet pictured below. This variation was introduced in the 1990s in the time to be used in the film. Another one of the biggest and most dangerous criminals of the United States was New York gangster John Gotti, who showed a little less restraint in May due to the time Al Capone wore his Rolex watch, but alongside John Gotti Piaget, the Rolex looked rather inconspicuous. The Piaget worn by John Gotti is a Piaget ultra thin with the reference 9765 featuring a bezel set with diamonds, a white gold case and a bracelet also made of white gold. This man, also known by the nickname Dapper Don, showed his sense of style and fashion not only with the timepieces but also with the choice of clothes in general. It was the same watch that Breitling brand ambassador John Travolta wore when shooting the film Gotti. The former mafia boss son lent Travolta his father's Piaget watch in order to get into the character of John Gotti. Known for Tom Hardy's starring role in the film Legend, the twins Ronald and Renzo Gray are up in the next of our list of the most notorious criminals of all time. Together with their gang, the firm, they ruled the east of London during the 1950s and 60s with brutality, between murder, psychotic outbursts of rage, vicious tricks. The two former amateur boxers managed to establish the monopoly position for themselves. They even welcomed politicians and celebrities in their pubs. All this would certainly not have been possible without their crimes and merciless actions. The Kray twins were able to maintain a quite luxurious lifestyle, which naturally included proper watch watches. Several watches were part of the Krays' memorable. Reynolds' fondness for gold-rich watches led him to regularly wear various watches made of solid yellow gold, including models from Rotary and one from Omega, which can also be seen in the film Legend. The Omega watch comes with a delicate bracelet and a champagne-colored dial framed by a bezel set with diamonds. Twin brother Ronnie also used to wear gold watches. His estate contained, among other things, a model Longmiss, a gold watch by Waltham, and a cheap steel watch in the style of Datejust. Reggie Kray Omega was auctioned for about $10,000 after the film was finished. It will be better if we have to take a look at the wrist of Amado Carrillo Fuentes and then get out of the dark corridors of the crime world without diving deeper. Fuentes is known for his nickname the Lord of Skies. He owes this nickname to drug smuggling, which squared mostly comprised of Boeing 727. The film of mystery of Fuentes' death has not been lifted till now. It's known that Fuentes died due to complication during a surgery to completely change his appearance. So then, did Fuentes really die on the operating table, or was it dead news for an escape plan? I think we will never know this. The only thing we know is that Fuentes, with his 25 billion fortune, was one of the richest drug smugglers in the world and owned a large watch collection. During his lifetime, Fuentes' collection includes raw pieces such as the Piaget embroidered and the Rolex Cellini, and the collection is considered priceless. El Chapo is a Mexican former drug lord and one of the former leader of the Sinaloa cartel. El Chapo oversaw operations, mass production cocaine, amphetamine, marijuana and heroin, which were smuggled into the district throughout the United States and Europe. El Chapo was first captured in 1993 in Guatemala, extradited and sentenced to 20 years in prison in Mexico for murder and drug trafficking. He bribed the prison guards and escaped from prison in 2001. He was once again arrested in Mexico in 2014, but he escaped through the tunnel dug by associates into his cell. Prior to his sentencing in 2015, he was recaptured by Mexican authorities in 2016, extradited to the United States in 2017. In 2019, he was found guilty of numerous criminal charges and sentenced for life imprisonment in the United States. In July 2019, the Mexican government auctioned off 2,000 pieces of jewelry consistent from cartel members. One of the items being auctioned off was a diamond encrusted PIJ wristwatch with an estimated value of $155,000. While it's not confirmed, it's not possible that this watch belonged to El Chapo.